Well, good evening to everyone, and welcome to the. Oh, I'm so used to saying the dewdrop moment, but welcome to the victory moment with CK. I thank you so much for joining me, for catching this live, and those that are going to catch this on the replay. I welcome you in. I thank you so much for joining me. And as we chat today, if you don't know who I am CK. I am your travel specialist, CEO, owner of KM Travels. I'm also an author, speaker, and I'm just excited to connect with you. Um, and I think it's one more day before we actually, you know, what we will call Periscope actually shuts down. So Periscope, thank you for the followers that I had. And I want you to, as I put it up on the screen, follow me here and follow me on my other platforms as we stay connected. It's not that I didn't want to stay connected. There's just a lot of things happening. And since with the COVID, there's so many things happening. So I truly thank people that's going to catch this on a replay, that's going to catch this live. Um, I'm going to personally come on Periscope tomorrow. I know I should have been doing it all along, but listen, follow me as you see these little, the follow information. Also on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at, Elder CM King 50, or because I have two Twitters, which is one is about my business, which is KM Travels, and then there's another one which is about basically where I put a lot of spiritual information, or spiritual information. But I truly appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for catching this live. Thank you for catching us on the replay. I am excited to connect with you tonight. And listen, and I am so thankful for all my followers, for all who took time, that's taking time to connect with me, and knowing that it is actually Wednesday when everything is going to really shut down. So I'm sharing as you see me looking down for a moment. Listen, again, thank you so much for joining me tonight as we listen, as we talk about this. Learn the lesson, be better next time. And I was scrolling and I'm trying to remember where I actually got this content from. Because sometimes I'll just scroll and I'll connect with the content, and I really think that it will be encouraging or inspiring to share. So tonight I said, listen, life continues to give us lessons to learn. Life continuously takes us in a type of experience or learning. And I always think about school and how I learned so much in school because of these three things, that these three um what we will call, what I want to share with you, what I want to share with you as far as victory moment is today. And I really believe that this is how I got through my lessons, because one of the things is life is a learning process. Life is a learn. It's always learning or something, but it's up to you how far you take it. It's up to you how you grow and how you learn from the lessons. One of the things I don't like to do is keep repeating the same test over and over again. So what I try to do, and I try my best to do, is to learn the lesson. So one of the things I want to talk about, again, we're going to talk about learn the lesson be better next time. So one of the things I want to talk about. Hi, Meadow. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. As I see you coming in on Periscope, I really welcome y'all. And please follow me on Twitter. As you see, all the information goes by there because I know we got like 2 more days and Periscope is done. So please follow me on Twitter. Facebook will be back up. And please follow me on IG. And all of that information is right there. And I have to stop and say that. Good evening, PT. Thank you so much. Yes. Learn the lesson. Be better next time. So let's talk about these 3 points that I want to share tonight. One is learn from the experience. What have you learned through this experience of COVID? What have you learned through the experience of being in the house consistently and basically, locked in? What have you learned through being with your family, being through the experience, the things that you have experienced? What have you learned from them? Learn from the experience. What did you take away from the experience? It's not always nice. It's not always simple. It's like, OMG. Did I just go through that? Did someone just put me through that? Did they just say that to me? But what you do is you learn from the experience. What have you been experiencing in your life? The circumstances. And you learn from them. You learn from it. How do you learn? And I love how my coach always says this. The tools. You need tools as you grow, as you move about in life. Did your experiences help you through last year? Things that you might have experienced before, did it help you through? Is it helping you through now? So one of the things I want to talk is learn. Don't just take it and say, oh, well, I went through this and I went through that. No, what did you learn? Part of learning and part of growing is taking every chance you get, every experience that you have, and learning from it. Whether it's just knowing that now I will do it this way and I won't do it that way. Now I'm going to be better in how I handle my finances. How many have ever struggled when it comes to credit? I'm just going to use that as an experience. But yet you got to understand, what do? Learn from it. Now start looking into, how do I balance all of that? How do I get out of debt? We're talking about learning through your experience, getting the right people that you need to assist you. And these are the things that just makes things better. Because we are talking about being better the next time. That means getting what you need. That means getting connecting with the people that will guide you in the right direction. That means doing your own research. This is how you learn through your experience. But what happens is the lessons and and the experiences that we go through, we repeat it. I'm sorry, I'm going there, because we didn't learn from it. We didn't take time and say, well, how can I make this better? Let's talk about number 2. Grow from it. Mature from it. One of the things I smile about is when I see a mature person doing the same thing that a 20-year-old is doing. I smile. I'm not, listen, I can't tell anybody how to maneuver their life. But what I'm talking to you about today is learn the lesson to be better next time. But a 50-year-old or a 60-year-old should not be having the same mentality as a 20-year-old. Help me out, somebody. Even on the replay, put your comments. This is so important to realize because we as we as mature adults should be mature and should have learned a lesson or grown from that 20-year-old mentality. I expect certain things from a 20, 25-year-old, even 30. Right. But maturity, thank you. Right there. Thank you, co-host. Exactly. Maturity should bring wisdom. And that doesn't mean we're perfect. Let's get that together. I'm not talking about we're not going to make mistakes. I'm not going to talk about we're not going to still be learning certain things. But what happens is you have to put the effort into growing and learning. I cannot see myself being and doing the same thing I did when I was 20 and 25. And I was just talking about that today because I understand that I'm a different person than when I was 20, or at least I think I am, than when I was like 20, 25 years old. So my thing is, it's not about putting down anybody, but it's about building you up to understand the reason why certain things keep being repetitive. And I'm going to say it just like my co-host is saying, maturity should bring wisdom. I'm not talking about, oh, we perfect. We are talking about a victory moment. And part of being and having a victory moment is knowing that when you meet certain circumstances or certain conditions, in order to get the victory and move forward, you can't keep repeating the same cycle. Listen, you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different. It doesn't work like that. You have to learn and grow and say, how can I make this better? How can I shift and make sure the same thing doesn't keep happening? What did I do before that I have to change now? It's all about knowing you. Stop blaming others. Can I say it? I'm sorry. Stop blaming others for what you do, for what you don't do, for what you should do. Ouch. I'm learning in it. I'm growing in it. This is never, never, listen, maturity should bring some type of wisdom, some type of change, some type of understanding. That's how you're teaching your children. That's what we're teaching our children. And I was watching something, and most things are learned because the child watches what you're doing. Just have to put that one in there. And the final thing I want to say as I get ready to close out, like I said, I wasn't going to be long, but I wanted to really, really share this with you because I realized that we're going in a similar cycle because we're not learning from our experience. We're not growing from our experience. We're not maturing and becoming more wiser from our experiences. And I'm just saying the tools that you need are um getting the what we will say, the connection that you need, researching if you have to, getting getting what we will call the help from a professional. These are tools that you just would need to keep moving and growing and not giving up, because you keep thinking that you're in that cycle. And you have to ask, why am I in that cycle? Why? And these are the questions you have to ask yourself, and not blame anything else or anyone else or what coulda, woulda, shoulda. But say, listen, Carmen, you need to get it together. What do you really want out of life? How do you really see your life flowing? How do you see your business flowing? How do you see your personal life flowing? And these are the things that you have to, for yourself, the love for yourself. And the final thing I want to, and just maturing for yourself and learning and growing from the experiences that you're going through. And one of the last thing I want to say is become or be better from the experience. Be better. That means when you're taking that test and you might have not did well on that test yesterday, what do you need to do? Find out what you need to study, what you need to bring to help you to be better and do better. And that comes again to learning, growing, taking time to say, well, this is what I need right now. Yes, I don't need right now. Prioritizing, putting things in order. I'm going to use finances for a moment. We keep going through this whole situation of constantly being financially stuck. I'm gonna go there and then I'm gonna close out because I trying to stay. I trying to be good, because we go there and we spend unnecessarily. We buy things because we want to keep up with the Joneses. We purchased it. Thank you. Prepare yourself. Are you preparing yourself? That's part of it. That's a major part of it. Are you preparing yourself? That means, are you taking time to prepare financially, physically, mentally, or you just keep rushing into things? It's a process. And I wanted to talk about finance because I know so many are stuck on that because we don't handle our finances properly. We don't, we don't put them in order. We don't put it in order properly. We don't pay our bills on time, but yet we want a good credit score. You got to prepare yourself. That means putting things together, um, researching, taking time to say, okay, this is what I need. Like planning a wedding. Most women get excited to plan that wedding. So they make sure the flowers, the music, the this, the that. That's the same way you have to do your life and deal with your circumstances so that you don't keep going through the same cycle. It's not, it's easy to say, but you have to realize when you're going through the same cycle. and do something about it. And a lot of it is preparing. A lot of it is doing things differently. A lot of it is maturing and getting wisdom. And I'm gonna bring it in there, putting God first in everything. God will give you the wisdom, God will give you the understanding, God will give you the strength, and God will tell you the direction if you acknowledge Him in all your ways. And I had to add that before I closed out. First and foremost. And that means, again, preparing in prayer, preparing in the word, preparing and connecting. But what you really need to make things the next time better. And this is so important. Learning, growing, maturing. We're no longer, you can't think in the same perspective as you get mature. And it comes through learning. It comes through preparing. It comes through what just doing the research. So my thing is, as I close out today, do not hesitate. Do not forget about learning the lesson in the test. You have to learn the lesson to pass the test. One of the things I learned while I was in school, and I'm closing, is that I did better on the test when I studied the lesson. Anybody got what I'm saying? I did better on the test when I studied the lesson. Right. Or retake the test. One of the things I realized is that you're going to keep going in that cycle until you pass the test. You're going to keep going in that cycle until you learn the lesson. You're going to keep going in that cycle until you acknowledge whatever it is to pass that test and become better and to make it better the next time. I truly appreciate everyone that came on Periscope, that came on on my YouTube channel. Thank you for hitting that like and share button. And let's continue to stand in victory, walk in victory, talk victory. Victory comes again through learning the lesson. That's how you're going to get victory. You can't get victory if you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Otherwise, just like my co-host on my monthly show says, you will keep having to retake that test. Love and hugs to everyone. Blessings and love to everyone. And I truly appreciate and thank everyone for joining me tonight. And again, I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, which is the last day for Periscope. And I definitely want to make sure that I shared again my information. So connect as we continue to just stand in victory. Stand up, stand out, and stand strong. As you rise, win, and just continue to execute. Love and hugs to everyone. Thank you again for joining me. Blessings and love, and I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, 6:30. 6:30. Be blessed and stand up, stand out, and stand strong. Again, let me introduce myself and close out. I am Carmen King. I am CK. I am the travel social skill owner of KM Travel. And I just love connecting to you. Thank you in advance for connecting to my YouTube channel. And let me know what you want to talk about. As I'm about to put some more information, some more of my TikToks, some more travel information, just to give you information as we slowly start to get back into some type of normalcy. Blessings and love. Have a great Monday evening. As you start off your Monday, learn the lesson and be better next time. Take care, everybody.